it's your girl Candace, and I'm here with Confidential Talk. And there are 5 things that you may be doing to run that man away. Okay? We don't need a man. I know we don't need a man, but you might want one. Okay? And if you are that person that want one, but you can't manage to get one and keep them, there might be some things that you might be doing to run away, and that's okay. It's not, but I'm going to help you identify those things so you can stop doing it, so we can get you a man. Okay, so we're gonna start off with number 5. The 5th thing that you could be doing to make a man run away is to ask to establish something too soon, especially within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of time. What are we doing? What's going on? Where is this going? Those type of questions can literally make him go left, okay? And give you the response of, I'm just trying to hang out and have a good time. Usually that's where they're kind of at within that time frame. It is for you to create and set the boundaries. Yes, live your young, wild, free life, okay? I'm not telling you to do the Steve Harvey and make them wait 90 days. I'm not telling you to do that. Do you live your best life, but set your own boundaries and act accordingly. If you are trying to date for a purpose, establish what they are, looking for in the future, because at the end of the day, when you guys are just getting to know each other, that's really all it is. So that's why I say wait to have sex a little bit, because when you have sex, you could confuse feelings. You've already exchanged emotional contact and just the whole aura of sex and the vibe. So a lot of times we confuse that as I'm ready for a relationship, whereas you're still in the process of still getting to know that person. So really get to know them as a person. Do not ask too soon. And in the midst of you getting to know that person, ask them what they want their future. What do they see in their future? Do they want a long-term relationship? Do they want marriage? Have those type of conversations. Those are the conversations that you guys should be having before we get to the what are we doing? Okay, now if it's been months down the line and we're doing this, that, and the third, then maybe ask that question. But you should have already established what that person wants in their future, what they're looking for, what they're trying to do, how they're moving at that point before you're asking what you guys are doing, because then you know how to maneuver and how to treat that person accordingly. Because I'm going to protect myself. I'm not going to get myself in this predicament and then be like, okay, what are we doing? I feel like I'm close to you. What are we doing? No, I'm going to understand who you are as a person first. And then I'm going to make a decision whether or not I want to get that close to you. So, guys, just thinking of it that way. I'm not saying that you can't ask the important questions. I'm just saying ask them a certain way so you can understand who you're dealing with, so you won't even get yourself put in that predicament. Number 4 is to stop constantly contacting them. You are the catch. Let them come to you. Yes, I'm not saying go days without talking to them. You want someone that shows consistency, but you also want to be a mystery a little bit. So when you guys have conversations, make it intriguing. Have good, deep conversations, and that it takes 2. So I'm not telling you that you have to force this connection out of this person to make them whipped around your finger. Mind you, you want to be just as attracted to that person mentally, emotionally, and all the above. So you want to make sure that person is right for you as well too. So you can't just be doing all this to impress them. You want to make sure that person is right for you too. So have these good, deep conversations. But if you have a really good, deep conversation, after that, give them a little space. Let them wonder. Let them think about you. Let them wonder what you're doing. Let them think about what you're doing. And, oh my God, we had such a great conversation. We had the connection last night. We had a dope conversation. I haven't heard from her today. Maybe I should reach out because like, you get them their mind wondering. If there's somebody that is for the streets, okay, you will know off the bat. So we ain't even gonna waste our time with that. Oh my God, that rhymed. Get to really know that person, ask questions, tell stories about your past, let them know about you, ask about their past and stuff like that. But, create boundaries in space, be busy sometimes. Sometimes be not able to talk, and like constantly text them, what are you doing? How are you doing? What's up? Good morning. If you don't get that text, okay, you are the catch, and you have to carry yourself that way in order for them to treat you that way. When they see that you completely carry yourself as the catch, they will treat you as such. I was actually about to go into my number 3 during the last one, but I wanted to make sure I didn't. But stop always being available. Okay, don't always be available for them to be able to hang out with you. If they be like, hey, you want to catch a bite? No, actually, I got something going on. Especially if they ask you last minute. Don't ask me nothing last minute. Especially if you courting me. Okay, because you will respect my time. Okay, don't do me. I might be available and I might want to, but especially if I'm creating the respect, I'm creating these boundaries, I'm creating how I want you to treat me. When you're getting courted, you have to think of it as, this is how I want this person to treat me throughout our relationship. So I have to carry myself as such. If the person that you are dating cannot keep up with that standard, that is on them. That has nothing to do with you. You keep pushing and you keep moving on and you keep dating, because that is not the person for you. Yes, we want to attract the men that we like and the men that we're attracted to and stuff like that. But you have to have, that person have to have what it takes to keep you. Okay, they can't just have the looks and you can't just have the ideal of the man. He got to be the whole package. So if he really ain't for you, he just not for you, babe. You just gotta wipe your hands clean and keep it pushing. But a real man will respect your time, not always being available. If you're always available, then you make it easy on them. A man likes a little bit of a challenge. Don't always be available. Even if you sit at the house relaxing, okay? Don't always be available. Don't always brush them off either. It's a balance. It's a really good balance you have to keep. Having your own life, having things going on for yourself. Obviously, that is something that you want to have, period. But, letting him understand that is exciting for him. It's like, oh my God, I got this girl. She got this going on, that going on. She's not, I gotta make sure I get my time in. You want him to be fighting for that time for you. Again, there's a balance. You don't want him to literally have a hard time getting to you, but just don't always be available, okay? Maybe one time he asks you, hey, especially if he asks you last minute, you gotta show him. Sometimes give him that last minute, especially if you really want to go. But sometimes don't give him that last minute. Hey, you asked me last minute. I like to have a notice, because I'm a busy woman. I got stuff going on. So I like to really have a notice so I can plan accordingly. And he will respect you as such. And he will make sure, baby, I want to take you out tonight. Make sure you're available. He will make sure he gives you that notice so he get that time with you, okay? You have to set them boundaries. You have to let him know what's up. Give him some, okay? So sometimes, maybe pop out, if he asks last minute, but also don't always be available. Don't always be available. I got stuff going on. If you really want time with me, you know how to ask. Make sure you ask accordingly, sir. Okay, I'm telling you, they eat that up. Okay, a woman that got stuff going on for herself, that don't need me, that's not underneath me, that's not trying to always be with me, I'm trying to get to her. That's how he's thinking. Number 2, stop telling him how much you like him too soon. Okay, he don't need to know all that. And plus, you don't know him all like that. Okay, you like what he could be. You like the idea of him. I tell women this all the time, my friends, because I do it too. I've done it in the past. You like the idea of what it could be. Okay, no, you don't like this man yet. He hasn't given you princess treatment yet, and you haven't got googly eyes yet because of how he's treated you yet. You just like how he looks, and you have this idea of how things could be. Stop doing that. Live in reality, okay? Stop telling that man too soon that you like him. Get to know him. How does he treat his family? How does he treat you? How is he as a person inside and out? How does he live his everyday life? Is that according to you? Get to know this man. You don't know if you like him. You like, yeah, he cool. He cool. You like his energy. You like his vibe. You like the time you spend together right now. But relax. That's what I'm telling. I'm telling all my ladies, relax. Relax. Because that's where men are. They are relaxed. They are not, they're just trying to enjoy their time. And when they feel, they get it. You know what I'm saying? But when you put the pressure on them, when you add you're doing the extras, and you let your mind take you to this place where you have already fantasized what the relationship like. So you already in it. And you just trying to get him aboard. You ain't scared the man away. Relax. Because that's where he's at. You relax too. And that's why I always recommend women, especially if you're dating, and it depends on how you date. You know, I don't recommend everybody do this. Depends on how you date. If you could do it safely, you know, date multiple people, you know. And when I say date, I'm not talking about, I think there is a point where you become exclusive with someone. It's like, okay, we're not necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend yet, but we're really trying to just see where this is going. So I'm going to cut off for everybody else, and it's going to be only me and you. I'm talking about the stage where you're actually just getting to know one another. It's been maybe a couple weeks of you guys of talking to each other and getting to know one another. That is kind of like the midst of dating. Keep it cute and keep it casual, y'all. You know, tell them that you like them, be flirty, but you don't need to do the most, okay? If you do like them, you like his energy, like, you know, I like your vibe, I like your energy, but don't be like, oh my God, I really like you. Where's this going? Can we be more than friends? Relax. Again, I'm always telling y'all, relax and just keep it cute. And my number one tip, okay, of things to stop doing when you are with this new person is do not talk about your past relationships and your exes. Men do not like it. I feel like men can get away with talking to women about their previous relationships, which honestly I ain't really with it either. I really don't like that either, but I feel like men can get away with it a little bit more talking to females about it versus vice versa. Okay, if we come to a man talking about our past relationship, they ain't trying to hear that. That is not cute. They see it as you have past trauma. You can't be my girlfriend. Even if they fuck with you, even if they're still dating you, courting you, sleeping with you, wherever the case may be, they may not take you as serious because they feel like you have not gotten over the past. And if that is the case, you do really need to get over the past. I'm not saying, you know, hide it from him that you're not over the past. No, you really need to get past that. But that is a clear sign that you are not over him or over ex-boo. Let that in the past. He is not him. And this is not for this is not the conversation for that. You talk to your homegirls about your exes. Okay? Do not talk to that man about your ex. Leave him out of it. You are a new woman. Ex who? I ain't dated nobody in my past. What? Unless he asks. Then we can have real conversations about what we've been through. And those are the deep conversations we can tap into. Like if it's a conversation where it's like, you know, what's your past relationships been like? What have you learned? What have you been through? Stuff like that. Then it's appropriate. But to constantly talk about things that your ex did or what you don't like because your ex did and because your ex and because this happened to you in the past, leave that in the past. That will make a man run away real quick. Okay? Leave it in the past. And if you can't, then you have some growth that you need to do on your own before you get into a relationship. But those are my tips for today. Please let me know if you want to add any more in the comments. If you have any questions or you have anything to add, please let me know. I'll definitely respond to comments. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Candace. I do videos on sex, love, relationships. We talk about how to better the sex life over here. We talk about sex toys. We do reviews. So you guys have to make sure you check out some of my other videos. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and become part of the family. And of course, like I said, comment below because I do respond to comments. And of course, check out the Confidential Talk store. You know, I do have your pleasure items over there. confidentialtalk.com. Everything ships out really quickly and you do get discreet packaging. So make sure you check me out and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.